Sometimes we talk to God with so much bitterness because of the constant pains we've felt in life, because of the rejections we've had, because we feel we've been at it for so long. I had a story of someone that constantly prayed for a change of situation. He lost his job, lost his family because the troubles were too much. The wife had to take the children away to live with their family while he struggled to get on his feet again. Months became weeks, became months, months became years. It took him 3 years for the breakthrough to come, but he constantly believed that things were going to turn around. When he shared his story with me, he told me something amazing. He said, every time he tries to give up, he remembers that people are people he once knew, some are dead, some are in some sort of incapacitated situation, some are doing well, while others, then he looks at himself, he is healthy. The only thing he doesn't have was finance. He didn't have a roof over his head, but he knew he was healthy. He was not in the hospital. And so for that reason, he kept thanking God. For that reason, he kept saying, God, as long as I am not bedridden, it means you have something great for me. And he kept holding on. The days of rejection, the days of interview, the days of emails coming up, scheduling interviews, and he'll feel like, oh, this could be it. He'll get there. Sometimes they'll tell him, oh, this job, you are overqualified. And in some cases, they'll tell him, oh, where we want to post you to, it's quite far from here. And he considers the fact that the further he gets, because he doesn't have the finance, he won't be able to cope living in that kind of city. You can imagine someone that gets a job and they tell you, be prepared to move. This is where are you willing to take the job? The job is not in town, it is in another town. Not because they will be providing your shelter. They believe that as long as you're capable, you would have to work. At the end of the month, you receive your salary. How is he going to sustain? How is a person is down on finance going to sustain himself in a different town? It means he would have to start all over, get an hotel, probably get a place to stay for 1 month, pending when his wages or salaries will come. And then what happened? A lot of things people go through, but so many situations and stuff kept happening. Then one day, when he least expected, he met someone while returning from an interview, and the person was like, "How did your day go?" They met in the bus. You know, he actually said he met this person at the bus stop. They stood there, but he never knew they were taking the same bus, and they sat close to themselves. And he explained himself that he's been searching for a job. And the person said, "Well, this is my last day in town. I'm moving to a new place because I'm setting up something over there. I actually came to pick my brother so he could come manage the place. But on getting here, I realized that he has left town. The more reason why I've not been able to connect with him. So I had to come down here because I kept trying his line. It wasn't going through. And I wanted someone I could trust. What's your discipline? And he told, there were two different disciplines. The guy just said, I'm willing to work. What I have gone through has shaped me to the fact that I will dedicate myself to work for you. The man said, but I'm leaving town. I'm just heading towards the next station where I could get a train. And he said he's willing as long as the man will provide him with a place to put his head and, and food, pending when he will receive his wage. To cut the whole story short, that was the beginning of his breakthrough. As we speak today, he heads about more than 15 outlets. Now, what am I saying? So many people have gone to the point in their life where they're just by the river. And when I mean this river, I mean the river of depression. You're staring into that river, and you know once you jump into that river, you are drowning. You're going through so much at this moment that any little thing could trigger depression that could lead to you doing something that will cause your family pain and cost you your life. I speak to you right now. God will change your story. Do not give up. Do not do that thing you are thinking of doing. Do not soil your hand because sometimes you are just a few minutes, a few days away from our breakthrough. And that is when we are being clouded with all sort of negative thoughts. Pause. Speak to God. In that broken spirit, in that broken mind, talk to God and let Him handle your affairs. I see you changing. I see things turning around for you. I speak to you right now watching me. As long as you've seen this video, This is the beginning of great things in your life. I prophesy into your life that God will turn your story around. Men shall come to ask you, how did you do it? Because the Most High liveth, you shall not beg for meat. Because the Most High liveth, you shall not roam. Because the Most High liveth, you shall not be kicked out of your apartment. That wait, that fund, that blessing you so desire to turn your story around, that fund you so desire, that breakthrough you desire, such that you would not be disgraced. Because he liveth, you shall see no shame. So shall it be. In the mighty name of Jesus, I want to implore you that God has turned things around for you and your life will never be the same.